Good morning, boys and girls. Today's Tuesday, and today is our Lorax Day for our Seussify Yourself week here at Charter Oak. So today, I'm going to read a little of the Lorax for you. And it's a book about decisions that some people make that really don't help the earth. And in third grade, they're making decisions right now that are going to have a positive impact on our world. So hopefully, after you hear some of this book, you too will take care of our earth. So let's read The Lorax by Dr. Seuss. At the far end of town where the grickle grass grows and the wind smells slow and sour when it blows, and no birds ever sing excepting old crows, in the street of the lifted Lorax. And deep in the grickle grass, some people say, if you look deep enough, you can still see today, where the Lorax once stood just as long as it could, before somebody lifted the Lorax away. What was the Lorax, and why was it there? And why was it lifted and taken somewhere? From the far end of town where the grickle grass grows, the old Onceler still lives. Ask him, he knows. You don't see the Onceler, don't knock at his door. He stays in his lurkum on top of his store. He lurks in his lurkum cold under the roof, where he makes his own clothes out of muffled moof. And on special dank midnights in August, he peeks out of the shutters, and sometimes he speaks and tells how the Lorax was lifted away. He'll tell you, perhaps, if you're willing to pay. On the end of a rope, he lets down a tin pail, and you have to toss in 15 cents and a nail, and the shell of a great-great-great-grandfather snail. Then he pulls up the pail, makes a most careful count to see if you've paid him the proper amount. Then he hides what you've paid him away in his snoovy, his secret strange hole in his groovulous glove. Then he grunts, I will call you by whisper, my phone, for the secrets I tell you are for your ears alone. Slop! Down slips the whisper-ma-phone to your ear, and the old Onceler's whispers are not very clear, since they have to come down through a snurgly hose, and he sounds as if he has had smallish bees up his nose. Now I'll tell you, he says, with his teeth sounding gray, how the Lorax got lifted and taken away. It all started way back, such a long, long time back. Way back in the days where the grass was still green, and the pond was still wet, and the clouds were still clean, and the song of the Swami Swams rang out in space, one morning I came to this glorious place. And at first I saw the trees, the trufala trees, the bright-colored tufts of the trufala trees, mile after mile in the fresh morning breeze. And under the trees I saw brown barbaloots frisking about in their barbala suits as they played in the shade and ate trufala fruits. From the rippleless pond came the comfortable sound of the humming fish humming while splashing around. But those trees, those trufala trees, all my life I'd been searching for trees such as these. The touch of their tufts was much softer than silk, and they had the sweet smell of fresh buttery milk. I felt a great leaping of joy in my heart. I knew just what I'd do. I unloaded my cart. In no time at all, I had built a small shop. Then I chopped down a trufala tree with one chop. And with great skillful skill and with great speedy speed, I took the soft tuft and I knitted a thneed. The instant I'd finished, I heard a gazump. I looked. I saw something pop out of the stump of the tree I chopped down. It was sort of a man. Describe him? That's hard. I don't know if I can. He was shortish and oldish and brownish and mossy, and he spoke with a voice that was sharpish and bossy. Mister, he said with a sawdusty sneeze, I am the Lorax. I speak for the trees. I speak for the trees have no tongues. And I'm asking you, sir, at the top of my lungs. He was very upset as he shouted and puffed, "What's that thing that you made out of my trufala tuft?" So boys and girls, if you want to know what he's made and how the Lorax will help, then you too can read the rest.